what's up? A couple of people suggested that I post a video of the specialty drink which I prepared for or didn't prepare for the IBC. So I'm just going to show you a small bit on the Syphon with the halogen beam. Hopefully I remember the filter this time. So I'm going to weigh out the water, which is 20 fluid ounces of water. Water is one of the biggest components, of course, of any coffee. So this is a pre-filtered water, which is slightly off the boil. I've checked it in blind tasting. Pre-boiled or cold doesn't really make a difference. Without the shakes, I'm just going to pop that in the bottom vessel. The coffee I used is a Malawi Mzuzu AAA graded bean. Only 3 kilograms picked per tree of cherries. Really rare bean of geisha varietal from a cooperative in the Mzuzu Hills in Malawi. Now, so this is the halogen beam. Really helpful for a consistent and constant heat. So on almost full, we can leave the top off. With the top off, the water will reach desired temperature quicker, but I'm going to place it on and put the coffee in as soon as the water comes up. So, important to grind the coffee, obviously, just when the water is ready, like right on spec. Give a closer look at this setup. I don't know if you can see, just a temperature probe, timer, clean paddle, a lid which doubles as the holder for the top, and the halogen beam itself with the Syphon. The thing about the Syphon is the filter in there is a cloth filter, and it restricts insoluble bean particles and oils into the cup. So as opposed to a French press where you got a metal filter with really big gaps in it, this one is tiny. Actually, I'll show you. Don't know how clear that is, but you can see the filter there. That is the filter that I forgot to put on the Syphon brewer. It's the little details, eh? As you can see, the capillary tube in the center, without the spring and the hook, the water can't travel up. So it's working its way up. It's almost instantaneous when you use boiling water. The big thing about the drink in the IBC was that it needed to cool. Obviously that didn't happen because I was too slow to get there. But when the drink cools, especially with this African coffee, the clarity of acidity is amazing. It's unbelievable. What I did was brewed this coffee and then Ristretto dropped inside it. The El Salvador Family Reserve Ristretto. Complete coffee drink. If anybody would like to try it, I'm going to have a brew Friday at the Kiosk. So you can come along. You might have to reserve some time because it takes a bit of time per drink. Okay, I'm going to start the grinder. It's 40 grams of Malawi Mzuzu. I have a preset here in the Malconic Vario. The grind is just slightly coarser than an espresso grind. The green bean, the Malawi green bean, is greyish blue. It's really high quality, no defects in it. As you can see, the water starting to fill the top vessel. One of the coolest features, of course, with the halogen lamp is you have complete control over the temperature also and how quick as opposed to just a well with some oil or paraffin in it. You got a really good temperature control over it. So just going to check the temperature in the top. Obviously the probe has to be completely immersed inside the water. I've tried this Syphon with a couple of different coffees. You really want a coffee that's roasted light. That's the thing about the Malawi, is like a 12 to 14 minute cycle in the coffee roaster inside the drum with no heat reduction. So it goes in on a high heat, seals all the acidity in there. It's a quick cycle. Any coffee can go through it, of course, but it's just what I find best. So you can see the temperature there. The big problem with the drink, or the big issue with it, is the heat, definitely. How hot it gets. I'm just going to reduce the heat slightly there. Now add the coffee. Then, as I was explaining in the competition, you need to pat down on the bloom continuously. Not too rough. It takes real finesse actually to master a brew on this. You've seen a lot of different people, a lot of different techniques. You're just patting, dispelling the gas. Put about 30 seconds in there. Just so it. So I'm going to check the temperature again, if we can. 88. Don't know if you can see that. 89. Perfect. Exactly where we want it to be. About 1 minute brew time is what I was using. You can see we're just there now. That's it. Off the brewer. Just a couple of stores on the way down on the drawdown. Obviously, when you take the heat source away, the vacuum pot or siphon, it becomes a vacuum. So you can see when the heat is gone, we're drawing down into the bottom chamber here. It's good, smooth, steady drawdown. The cake should be, it should sit high but not be tilted in any way. It looks good. And in the bottom vessel, as explained before, you'll see some turbulence, which is perfectly normal. It's just the gas being displaced. You can see it there, jumping about. And we're ready to go. Top comes off. as you can see, it's still quite hot. And that was a huge problem that I had, besides all the rest, in the IBC. This drink really needs to be poured quickly and then cool. Hope you enjoyed the Syphon with Malawi Mzuzu. I'll post some more videos with the finished product inside it. Cheers.